Elon Musk has withdrawn from buying Twitter for $44 billion. It is official, and now it has started a protracted legal battle with the organization. Many people are not aware that the situation is very messy and dangerous for Musk. As Elon's lawyer explained, the Twitter board breached various agreements that they had with Elon. However, with that, the SEC may interfere and determine that Musk is not well suited to manage businesses, which will legally force Elon to step down as a Tesla or SpaceX CEO, which would be a horrible thing, of course. At the same time, Musk is exposing everything that Twitter has hidden, and he found out. This is a very complicated situation, so let's explain. This revelation suggests additional instability for a social media firm that has already been troubled by leadership changes, a declining share price, and low morale. It also lays the ground for a court battle that may last months. Since Musk made his aspirations to take over the company public in April, Twitter has descended into mayhem. The billionaire's decision to pull out of the agreement also puts Twitter's future ownership in doubt, endangering its image. Musk's attorneys wrote a letter to Twitter stating he had the right to withdraw from the agreement because Twitter hasn't provided him with adequate information on the company's operations after months of growing uncertainty that he meant to finalize the purchase. Musk was clear in his statement about his intentions. According to the letter attached to a Securities and Exchange Commission filing, he is terminating their merger agreement. Bret Taylor, the head of Twitter, announced on Friday that the social media company will file a lawsuit in a Delaware court to enforce the agreement. A specific performance clause, which may compel Musk to acquire the business if he has the money in place, was inserted in the agreement. In May, Musk claimed to have acquired funding to close the acquisition. According to a letter sent to the Securities and Exchange Commission announcing the termination of the offer, Musk may furthermore be subjected to a $1 billion exit penalty, which he is attempting to avoid by accusing Twitter of a breach of various clauses of the deal. According to Musk's legal team, Twitter has been unable or unwilling to disclose the data and information Musk has requested over 2 months to independently analyze the extent of bogus or spam accounts on Twitter's network. The relevant information relates to the number of spam accounts on the app, which Musk estimates to be greater than Twitter's estimate of 5% of its more than 200 million users. Analysts have theorized that the executive is deliberately exaggerating the bot problem. According to the letter to the SEC, Twitter has sometimes disregarded Musk's requests, rejecting them for seemingly unreasonable reasons, and pretended to cooperate while providing Musk with inaccurate or partial information. Musk also mentioned the company's finances in the letter as a possible cause to back out of the agreement, blaming what he considered the company's deteriorating business prospects and economic position. Musk claimed in his letter to Twitter that the firm had violated its promise not to materially modify its operations following the signing of the agreement by firing 2 senior employees in May and making layoffs in its recruitment team in July. In the petition, Musk also seems to claim that he didn't surrender his right to conduct due diligence when he agreed to the agreement and that he anticipated Twitter to be helpful with further information. Since target companies typically wish to move on, disputed acquisitions that end up in Delaware courts frequently result in companies renegotiating arrangements or the buyer offering the target a payout to walk away. There are several examples where a transaction has been renegotiated, as some businesses did at the peak of the global health crisis. 2020 saw the French retailer LVMH threaten to pull out of a contract with Tiffany & Company. However, the two ultimately decided to knock more than $400 million off the price. A person with knowledge of the situation claims that Twitter is anticipating that the legal process will begin in the coming weeks and conclude in the coming months. A Delaware Chancery Court judge will oversee any legal action brought by Twitter or Musk regarding implementing or invalidating the agreement. More than half of American public corporations, including Twitter, and more than 60% of Fortune 500 companies have their corporate headquarters in the state. Chancery judges, who are knowledgeable in corporate law, hear cases there without juries and are not permitted to grant punitive damages. According to Delaware court regulations, either Musk or Twitter might seek a judge to put their case on a fast track, advancing deadlines for exchanging pre-trial material and permitting a speedy trial. Additionally, the judges can decide whether or not breakup payments are due. This cost under the Musk-Twitter agreement is $1 billion. Chancery judges have only acknowledged one instance of a material adverse event occurring. In that lawsuit, Fresenius SE attempted to acquire competitor pharmaceutical company Akron Inc. for $4.3 billion in 2018. Akron management concealed several issues that called into question the integrity of data, supporting the clearance of various pharmaceuticals and the profitability of its activities, and a Delaware judge approved Fresenius' decision to withdraw from the agreement. Whatever happens in the courtroom, some deal attorneys are impressed with Musk's boldness and believe he will receive a price reduction as a result of the back and forth about Twitter. Musk might face considerable repercussions from the SEC for his actions, which have had a significant influence on the several public businesses he runs, as well as Twitter itself, in addition to the penalties for the failed sale. He has also been subject to significant legal repercussions for his tweets following a post from 2018 in which he declared that he would be taking the business private. Following the market-moving tweet from 2018, Musk agreed to resign as chairman from the Tesla board, and the SEC fined him $40 million. The SEC may take additional action against Musk, who is now the richest man in the world with a net worth of $224 billion, according to Beck. This action may include removing Musk as CEO of one or more of the businesses he leads. Anat Beck, a professor in corporate law at Case Western Reserve University, claims that while Musk may still pay the $1 billion penalty, it would be worse if the SEC utilized its authority to declare Musk unsuitable to lead the businesses he is now leading and ask that a different CEO be named. For now, this situation is very messy. One thing is clear, a trial between Musk and Twitter is coming, and nothing can be said for sure what will happen.